I hear the sound of your guitar do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do, coming from the mystic far do-do-do-do-do-do-do, stone and the gravel in your voice do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Come in my dream and I rejoice. Do 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 do. It's your ghost moving through the night. Here and I'm alive. I feel the blood shiver in my balls. I'm alive and I'm coming home. Don't seem very nervous. Oh. My rose has left me. I'm not nervous is weird because the easiest thing mentally to think of fight week is that the fight has been decided. The fight has been decided by the years. The fight gets decided by the years, not by the days and minutes, really. So I don't stress what's happening now because I've done it for years. What's weight right now? I woke up at, what's 75.6 in pounds? I was 75 after a little hot bath. It wasn't a hot bath to start the cut, it was a hot bath just to practice a hot bath and get used to the hot baths. Hot baths, hot baths, hot bath. Take any Parmos with you? Unfortunately not. I think Harry might be having a Parmesan. But yeah, would have been very treacherous to take a Parmo on a plane. Yeah, fights are decided by the years of preparation, not by stressing over the minutes. So I don't do absolutely loads. I train BJJ with Dan Lester. You know him. I know him. And he knows about the beans all over the floor of the Taco Bell parking lot. Where are you from again, mate? I'm from Borough-me, mate. Would you consider doing a rolling death cradle in your next fight? Is that the one that King does on Tekken? Because I don't know the commands for that. I walk around at 155 pounds. Which weight class should I cut to fight at? If you just... What kind of walking around? Is that a fuck it walk around or is that a in shape walk around? You're probably talking... My rose has left me. I was probably talking about like 145. Well, no, 135 is at a pro level. But you could definitely fight at 145 if you're confident enough and you have the right style for it. You don't have to be a behemoth. Look at all this shit. Already dirty as shit. UTB. Do you listen to music regularly on fight days? If so, what? I don't sit there with headphones on for ages, but there'll be a few things I'll listen to in the warm-up room. I'll normally listen to Crazy in Love by Beyonce featuring Jay-Z just before I start my warm-up. And I'll probably have to listen to Heartbreaker through my headphones because there ain't no entrance songs in Dana White's Contender Series, which I kind of like. It's like that gaudy Tom Hardy film. What's my walk-around weight? My in-shape walk-around weight or my fuck-it walk-around weight? Fuck-it walk-around weight. I've gotten up to 88 kilos. My rose has left me for the man from Allied Carpets. But my fuck-it walk-around weight, that's gotten up to like 88. 88 kilos. I'm really bad at converting these to pounds, even though it's part of my profession. In shape, I'm like 80. 80, 78, something like that. First Bora UFC champion. That's the plan. Did you start training MMA or did you start with something else? I started with Muay Thai. Muay Thai. Junior rules Muay Thai. Probably why I hit the body so damn much is because there was no head contact in Junior rules Muay Thai. It's all body shots. My rose has left me for the man from Allied Carpets. How long are you staying at Vegas for? So, my rose has left me for the man from Allied Carpets, where I'm staying at, Orleans Hotel and Casino now. Move over to the Palace Station, the Fighter Hotel tomorrow. And then... football, soccer. Football, soccer. Nah, fuck it, I'll stop that then. But, yeah. I'm staying at Palace Station on Saturday. And then I'd be staying all the way through to Tuesday, and then I'm going to have a little bit of a romp around America. Who you got for O'Malley versus Sterling? Desperately praying for O'Malley, but I think it's a really, really fucking tricky fight for him because he has to be perfect for 25 minutes. And his frame, it's well designed for a really good back taker to get a body triangle on him. Tall people can get body triangle quite easy. And Petr Yan was getting his back on the scrambles. Petr Yan was getting his back on the takedown. O'Malley does a turn away, build up, fight the hands to get out. And that's effective for most people. Petr Yan did it most of his career. O'Malley's done it most of his career. But when you have a fucking back wizard like Aljamain Sterling, especially when you're that frame where you're so body triangleable and off-balanceable, that's the thing, you can get Kazushi'd quite easy while someone has a back body lock if you're that tall and gangly. I think he's going to get body triangled. We'll see what his defense is like in the body triangle. I'm not sure how amazing it's going to be. Who would win, Patrick O'Brien or Alid Finney? I have no idea who those are, but good luck to both of them. Have you played Red Dead 2? A bit of it, but it's just too time consuming for me. I like to get in there. I've got no attention span. What weight am I? I woke up this morning at like 75.6, which is perfect. I could start my cut from there. I could probably start my cut from a bit higher than there, but that's a perfect place to start the weight cut from. What's 75? I didn't even Google it. Is that like 166? Have you tried the UFC gloves on yet? No, not yet. Whoa. Can the public attend the Apex? No, it's an invite-only type thing. Just say Patrick O'Brien would win then. Well, I would say the other guy, but I've already forgotten him. Would you beat Jake Paul in the cage? Yes. What's your belt in BJJ? Purple belt. Doing the Northeast proud, watching you get a UFC contract from Sunderland. Yay! All of Sunderland and whatever else is there. What is the best food in Sunderland? When's your fight? It's Tuesday, because it's called Tuesday Night Contender Series. I think it's 7 Eastern Time, whatever the fuck that means. It's probably in the morning of the UK. So you can get the oven on really early so you have croissants by the time. How many OAPs have you kicked tonight? None yet, but you know, some give me a little look when I'm walking past the slot machines. Little daft bastards, yeah. Favourite candy? I'm not a candy guy. I'm a chocolate person. Read into that what you will. I'm not a big candy person. I like dark chocolate and nut stuff. That's what I like. How can I watch you live? UFC Fight Pass. Finish prediction. I'm gonna throw a left uppercut whilst looking at his liver, and then throw a left body hook whilst looking at his head, or I'm going to flip it away the other way around. How would you versus your bro go? I don't watch the sparring. I've put some sparring clips up. Decide that. Nut stuff, city limits. Tips on how to get better at stand-up grappling defense. You've got to train lots of stand-up grappling defense and think of your defense in terms of layers. There's the further layer where you're kind of defending stuff before you even let them touch you. You don't even let them touch your legs. You're moving, you're pivoting off. There's the second layer, which is your frames, both forearms, turning, using the clinch defense. There's the third layer where you kind of it's your hips doing the action. They're deep in your hips, and you're kind of hitting them with your cock. You'll ram your cock in their ear. You're turning your hips one way or the other. And then there's the fourth layer, which is they're connected. They're probably going to get you down, and it's what you're going to do. It's what you're going to do when you hit the mat or when you get that scramble. I'm in South Wales, the fecal point of UK MMA. I would agree, the fecal point, yes. Dream lightweight fight, George. I think you versus Fiziev. I thought I saw Fiziev earlier, but it was just a possibly homeless man who's buff as fuck in some jeans walking around shirtless in this 40 degree Nevada heat. Could you tell me what a palmo is? Palmo is breadcrumbed fried chicken covered in bechamel sauce, then covered in cheese, then I'm not doing this football soccer thing anymore. My my standards of my self-dignity is in the way of that. If they had a Palmo emoji, I would do something for the Palmo. But yeah, fried chicken, bechamel cheese, grilled, served with garlic sauce. Perfect food, best food known to man. MMA guru, the Helwani of UK MMA, loves you. I don't think he'd want to be called the Helwani, would he? He's got beef for some other reason. Ever had a pork palmo? Yeah, pork palmo's nice. Pork palmo is like, if it's done well, it's really good. But 90% of them aren't done well. Manjaro sauce, that's the dream. Sizzler sauce. Dream UFC opponent, just all them that top lightweight Tekken. The Iron Fist tournament going on at the top of the lightweight division. That's Gaethje Poirier, Fiziev, Oliveira, Dariush. That's the dream, is to mix it with them. Mix it up like Sir Mix-a-Lot. Walkout song. There's no walkout songs in Dana White's Contender Series, so I'll have to sing Heartbreaker a cappella. Heartbreaker pinged on in Fremont Street the other day, in downtown. Ooh, it was a crazy moment. It sent me chills. If the chicken palmo didn't exist, what would be your favourite food? I like baklava. Baklava is high level. I really like salmon, but you can't say salmon. That's a dosa, oily fish and stuff. That's a dosa thing. I don't really know. There's nothing really decided outside of palmo. Lasagna's nice. Lasagna's alright. I find it gets a bit sloppy. It's a bit overblown. Pizza's good. Here's the thing about pizza is people go after pineapple. People go after pineapple. Pineapple is pineapple should never be on a pizza. But there's something way worse than pineapple on a pizza. Because at least with pineapple, I see what you're trying to get. You're trying to get a bit of fruity zinginess, and it goes well if you do have ham. But sweet corn's got no place on a pizza. It doesn't even add any flavour, and it just makes it soggy. There's no way to make it nice. Do you like Wagamamas? Wagamamas is alright. You get charged fucking ridiculous amounts just for a little side. Wagamamas is if you're in a city like London, and everything's expensive as fuck, and then it doesn't seem as expensive as fuck. The thing is, if you're a northerner, like me, not like people from Manchester or Liverpool, that is not the north. Middlesbrough and up is the north. Middlesbrough and up is definitely the north. Wagamama's up when you're up north. It's like, why are you going to pay that much? There's going to be another little place that's cheaper and probably the same quality or better. Do you know anywhere in Vegas that will be showing your fight? I don't know. I have not talked to... Have you had baklava ice cream sandwich? Where the fuck do I get a baklava ice cream sandwich? I've had baklava and ice cream in Greece, in Crete. Luke Riley, best hands in Cage Warriors. But yeah, baklava ice cream sandwich. Let me know where to get that. How to maintain nerves for first fight. By maintain nerves, do you mean keep them high or manage them? First fight, you're going to be nervous as fuck. Just let them happen. There's no point trying to fight him. You don't know shit yet. That's part of the experience. Be nervous. That's the only way. I'd rather someone... If I have someone going through their first fight, I want them nervous. I don't want them... Oh yeah, I'm going to fight. You want them nervous. Do you bet on yourself? Well, might be a better bet than these fucking slot machines have been robbing me. I went downstairs... And I don't frequent the slot machines, but there was this damn fucking House of the Dead one. I'm like, it's House of the Dead. I've got to use it. Greg's sausage rolls are goated. Greg's sausage rolls are alright. Here's the problem. Greg's is just meh. Greg's is the friends of Scran, really. People love it, and it's just alright. People hate it, and it's just alright. Cheers, Connor. Monty or Jagger? Who's Monty? Who's Jagger? How many houses should I bet on you? How many have you got? I've never played CSGO. Is Harry going to fight on Cage Warriors Newcastle? Who knows? Who knows? You remind me of Sean Shirk physique. I'm longer than Sean Shirk. Sean Shirk was like 3 inches tall and full of roids. Opinions on that George Hardwick bloke? He was a good fucking footballer. And the footballer didn't make spammy shitty TikToks all day. Who'd win, you or Paul Hughes? Me? Paul Hughes never fights. Paul Hughes is putting out salty... Here's the thing about Paul Hughes. He's putting out these salty fucking messages. Salty fucking posts because Charrier's got the opportunity in Paris. What's Charrier done? since Paul Hughes' last fight. Sharial's fought 3 times and got 2 finishes. He's been active as fuck. UFC want people active and getting finishes. It doesn't, you know, you could have a few followers on Instagram and have some good performances, but if you fought once a year for 3 years and each is a decision, well, you know, Sean Shelby's not going to look at that and have his balls fucking tingling. Doesn't make any sense. Thinks he's owed the world, but he's really not. Who is your dream UFC matchup? Just anyone in that top King of the Iron Fist tournament stuff. You should have got a direct contract. See, now the amount of people saying I should have got a direct contract, it almost seemed a letdown, because I like this uncertainty. It's kind of like fighting for a title. It's not just deserved. It's not just a letter's come through the door. I mean, I don't think it's a letter, but a letter just drops on the floor. You've got a contract. You've got mail. It's like there's fucking stakes to it. I like the whole ideal of it. You or Bradley Martin? I've not met Bradley Martin. I imagine Bradley Martin is a very sophisticated, well-spoken, scholared, well-educated, scholared individual. I think he's very good. Favorite Welsh MMA fighter? Well, there's Jack Shaw, Brett Johns. Oh no, I like Lewis Long. Lewis Long's a boy. Get on Helwani. What's the crack with Helwani? Someone explain to me what is the crack with Helwani, because MMA Guru and Jamal Hill Tekken Tag Team is going at him for something, and we don't know what it is. Oh, the shirt's Reap Jiu-Jitsu. I need to get in touch with them, see how they've done. If you could only play one, Bloodborne and Dark Souls. Bloodborne, fucking original Dark Souls is boring as shit now to play. It's basic. Don't get me wrong, it's influential. Love the fucking game. I've completed it like 3 or 4 times, but play it now. Play Dark Souls now. There's no fast travel for 3/4 of the game. You've got to run for fucking ages to do anything. There's boss battles that are so tedious because they've got like 2 attacks, and it's one phase the full boss fight. People talk shit on it, but at least with the Dark Souls 3 current formula, you get like 2 or 3 phases of boss fight, and it keeps it a bit spicy. But fucking hell, yeah, it's quite fatiguing playing classic Dark Souls original. I prefer, if you're gonna say play a Dark Souls, I'd probably play Dark Souls 2. Out of all of them, if you want to play a Dark Souls, I'd probably play Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 3 is well executed, but there's no good bosses for ages. Could you survive 2 hours in the Central? No one can survive 2 hours in the Central. Ooh. Remember me when you get into the UFC, champ. I won't remember you by the end of the live stream. Thoughts on COD? Call of Duty 4 campaign was fucking sick, and I could play that again in a heartbeat. The SAS missions, brilliant. I like the little short campaign. Never been a big multiplayer guy. I played about 8 hours in one day of Call of Duty multiplayer, and then just got a bit fatigued. Thoughts on Jack Shaw? Absolutely brilliant fighter. He kind of follows the GSP framework with that lead hand lead kick. Beautiful double up pairing of that. Really effective. Sometimes can be too clean. I like someone who can go a bit in small bursts, can just go a bit ape shit. He's almost too clean, but he's brilliant. I'd love to train with him at some point. His back control's fucking high level. If you lose, do you stay in Cage Warriors? Probably. I don't know whoever's got a contract for losing on DWCS. What's your weight today? I woke up at 75.6 kilos, which is perfect. I could cut weight from that. I could cut weight from 76, do the final cut from 76. But someone convert that for me. What is 75.6 kilos in pounds? I feel like it's 167, 166. Will you ever dye your hair blonde? Ooh, there would have to be a lot of money and a lot of loss of dignity for that. Favorite title fight? What, my favorite title fight, or just favorite title fight of all time? All times? I like Edgar Maynard 2 and 3. They are fucking unreal title fights. Shout out to the Edgar Maynard 2 and 3 crew. The first fight was unreal. It's just a banging trilogy. That might be my favorite trilogy. Chandler versus Alvarez. Those are two insane title fights. Current or old UFC belt? Old. You adjusted to the time perfectly now. It took about 3 nights. This was how the jet lag was. First night, got here pretty late. Just had a little mooch about. Got here quite tired and went to bed about 10, half 10. But the problem was we kept waking up, and then I was awake by 3, and I just couldn't get back to sleep. And then the next day, I was doing the same. I was awake by 4, half 4, and then I couldn't get back to sleep. Now I just slept through till 8. It was a brilliant night's sleep. Old belt, yes. Who would you match Harry up against in top 10 UFC in his weight class? All the fuckers. Best of luck for the Contender Series. You're doing the Northeast proud, brother. Thank you very much. This is all about the Northeast. You know, there's all this shit in Vegas. Vegas is a bit of one of the craziest places in the world. You can't beat just walking into a nice little scruff cafe in Middlesbrough and getting a full English. Cannot be beat. How do we watch your fight, bro? UFC Fight Pass. What else? Do you walk around in Vegas or are you just training? So I've had a little bit of walking around. I don't want to walk around too much. I don't want to treat it like a holiday because you can get like 20,000 steps in and then suddenly your legs are fucked. That's the main thing is I'm alright with not eating too much because I can satiate myself pretty well just off fruit, high protein meals, salads, and I'm at a good weight. It's not insane. The biggest issue is if I wasn't training here, if I wasn't fighting, I'd just get out and I'd just fucking walk around. I'd walk to the strip even if it took like 40 minutes. I just love walking around. But I can't really do that. I have to save my energy. Missing the Palmos? Always missing the Palmos. Although I did have one last Saturday. One of the latest. It was only a half hot shot, but that's possibly the latest into a fight camp I've ever had a Palmo. I've had a Palmo last 2 weekends. Thoughts on World Buff? A half hot shot, but that's possibly the latest into a fight camp I've ever had a Palmo. I've had a Palmo last 2 weekends. Thoughts on World Buffet? I've never been there, but I knew they did that little labour scam on people where they kept saying trial shift to get a job, and they would just get people to do trial shifts and never message them again because they're like, well, we've got some free labour here, perfect. You or Harry trained with anyone interesting since getting to Vegas? So I'm literally just training with Harry. There's too much gone into this fight. I'm not going out and sparring anyone. There's too many risks. No, I'm not doing anything like that. I'm just training with Harry because I'm just at the sharpener phase. You literally train 30 to 60 minutes a day when it's fight week. You're dieting. You don't want to take yourself out the tank. Empty the tank. Harry had some training yesterday at Syndicate. He sparred with some guys. He sparred with Alex Perez. Checked the kick and made his shin a bit lumpy. But that's alright. Alex Perez had a really good fucking calf kick defense. And he trained with a few other guys that, I'm going to be honest, he just skinned them. I don't know who the other guys were, but he skinned them. If there was a Palmo called the Hardwick Palmo, what toppings would be on it? Ooh, it's hard to think. It possibly have to be spicy. Possibly some kind of, I don't know, sriracha is a sauce on its own thing. That wouldn't really be a topping. Ooh. Egg, I don't know, egg would be a bit weird. Even though I love egg on everything, egg on pizza. And who was a YouTube chef? The big YouTube chef who put an egg on a Palmo and it looked banging. Mushrooms on a Palmo would bang, yeah, but that's fairly standard. A hot shot with mushrooms would be good. Ooh, my favourite pizza topping is pepperoni, jalapenos and mushrooms, but that's really just a hot shot with mushrooms. I guess you could do some kind of spicy chicken, jalapenos and mushrooms. Or spicy chicken, pepperoni. There's Meat Feast Palmos. I think that's already a thing. What's favourite Palmo? I really like the tandoori chicken Palmo from Manjaro's. Can't be beat. Can you see yourself going to the top? Yes. Standing on the top. On the top. Getting... What's my weight right now? It's probably about 77 to 78 kilos. I've been water loading and I had an extra large, fucking terrible decaf coffee. Where's your post-fight meal going to be? Try In-N-Out Burger? I've already tried In-N-Out Burger. Thanks for the roses. I've already tried In-N-Out Burger. I kind of want to try the protein style because that's just in the lettuce bun. Ooh, many roses. Thank you very much. Just had a Manjaro's Palmo. Yes. What a lad. But I've already had an In-N-Out burger. I thought it was nice. It's just a really nice, good burger. Oh, thanks for the weights. Tom Waits says something about a chocolate Jesus. I didn't read too much into it. But yeah, what In-N-Out Burger's nice. I haven't tried the loaded fries. Oh, you know what the best thing about In-N-Out Burger is? It's not even the food, it's the server. The guy who reads the numbers. I don't know if it's like this in every In-N-Out. Thanks for the Tom Waits, Connor. Working your biceps. But I like the guy who just serves, he's like, the way he reads the numbers when he gets the orders ready, he's like, number 28, 32, and 36, please. Number 14, 15, and 17, please. Number 9, 12, and 18, please. Maybe that was just the one server the last time we were at Vegas, but how to murder a person with one punch. Oh, that's a real thing. If you punch them and their head bangs off the floor, they're gonna fucking... They could fucking die. NASCAR. Oh, I just watched Man vs. Food. There's a 6-pound burrito challenge. As in 6 pounders in weight. Surely that would cause some gastric fucking destruction. What's the biggest cultural difference you've experienced? Is that you're fucked here if you don't have a car. Everything's miles away. You can't just pop to a shop. Because I like to keep my steps low. When it's fight week, I want to keep my steps low. I just want to save my energy for the little bits of sharpening training. I want to stay fast twitch, so I'm going to train tonight, like 30, 60 minutes. Oh, thank you for the heart. I don't know what that does. But I like to keep everything fast twitch as fuck. You know, like... So tonight, I'll do some drills, I'll bang some pads, thanks for the rose. I'll do some drills, bang some pads. I'll do like 3 5s of what we call drill sparring. This is like a fight week staple, drill sparring. So Harry's going to spar with me, and he's just kind of letting me shadow box in front of his face, and he's going to shoot some takedowns. He's going to let me drill. We might start sometimes, he puts me on the fence or puts me in a bad position when we work out. It's not to kill me, it's not really a spar. I'll throw shots kind of just in front of his face, like these fucking wushu drills, as hard as I can. Whap, 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 match the mentality, get the output, get the movement going. He'll throw stuff back at me, so I have to see it, keep my eyes in check. But it'll be probably 3 5 of that, some drills, and that'll be the session. And maybe I might blast some Thai kids. Thai kids? That's not good. I'll blast some Thai kicks. But yeah. What's your favourite combination? I like a jab, cross to the body, jab to the head again, and then anything off that left hook, calf kick. They're really good. That's my favourite one to hit on the bag, but I don't actually do it that much in sparring. Combinations ending with jabs or lead straights, they're really good. Spaff. Spaff, blast some Thai kids. I'm turning into Tito. More and more I turn into Tito. When I haven't got carbs, I turn into Tito Ortiz. Clip for the UFC. Poor lads. Would you fight Conor McGregor for £1 million? I mean, I'd fight Conor McGregor for a cheesy garlic bread and a bit of kebab meat. But obviously, I'd do a lot for £1 million. Money can do everything. The thing is, oh my word. I've spilt fucking Terrible's coffee all over my pristine white shirt. But yeah, the money fight thing is so disinteresting to me. There was a point, you know, this Andrea Galvao versus Gordon Ryan thing where he's like, we need to do a super fight for $1 million. And he's just asking, can someone give me £1 million or $1 million? I couldn't give a fuck less. Whereas Conor McGregor, in his heyday, he was never like, let's make the fucking money. He's like, I'm going to smash your head in. I'm going to fight you because I really want to fight you. There was back then it was considered cringy when Valid Ishmael did this call-out video. I can't remember who he was, but he's like, I'm going to fuck you, boy. But yeah, he did this call-out video, but it wasn't like, let's have a super fight. Let's have a money fight. It was, I want to fuck you up. Can't people just tune themselves in to the pure joy of fucking someone up? Doesn't have to be money fight. What's your opinion on a doner palmo? I've had one. I've managed to finish a doner palmo once. And the more doner, the better if you're going to do that. And the more garlic, the better. Ooh, but it makes your chest feel like you've swallowed acid. Who was better crack, Gordon or Craig Jones? Craig Jones? Gordon's a fucking nerdy fucking... He's as statistic as me and Harry. Whereas Craig Jones, he's fucking hilarious. How can I watch you fight? Gonna... You know, it's a submission if you... try that grip on me. Ah, fuck my neck. Yeah, that's good. In a real live situation or a real fight, it's just going to put someone's neck in a really bad position where they can't continue to shoot. But loads of brilliant stuff about cast wrestling. Cradles, stockades. I'm sure I'm missing stuff out. There's loads of Kimura sequences. Brilliant. You ever been to Empire? Yeah, I've been to Empire. Empire is boring as shit. Whenever I walk into Empire, I just want to go to sleep. Tedious. I've seen some good fights in Empire. Johnny Hull fucking took someone down and made it like bowling pins. Fall all over the place. Brilliant. Alid Finney would knock out Patrick O'Brien? Is it Brian or Brian? I don't know. I don't know these people. You're going to incentivize the finish to have a better chance of getting the contract? I've not made the plan of the finish in any of my last fights. I trained for the finish, but the more... It's Wu Wei. It's Wu Wei. It's the law of reversed effort. Finishing someone in a fight is really the law of reversed effort in practice. If you go out to fight to think, finish, 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 it's going to elude you like fuck. If you go out in the fight to touch his chin, try not to get hit too much, touch his liver, feint him, deceive him, keep good space, make him tired, the finish just comes. Whereas if you go into the fight, swing, if I touch him, it's death, you don't get that finish. Plus, it's like last 8 fights, 7 of them have been finishes, and none of them have been like, I've got a finish guy. Are you feeling confident about the fight? Yeah. Favorite UFC commentator? John Gooden. Yeah. Do you watch anime? No. I played Nier Automata, and that was pretty much disguised anime, and I felt hard done by when I completed that. Filming on my nan's microwave. Yeah, the connection ain't great here. I had to go on data because the Wi-Fi was like, oh, we're gonna charge you 15 quid a day, and I'd paid 20 quid for the in-flight Wi-Fi, and it was so bad. Do you like Vikings? What is it, a series or is it people? I've never met any Vikings myself. Thai kids are not ready. Do you know any judo fighters? Yeah, I've trained with judo guys. Judo's really good. How do you think Nicky Rod would do in MMA? Probably really well. How do you best manage overtraining? Here's the thing. Overtraining is one of the most misused terms in just gym talk. Thank you for the roses, whoever this fella is. But overtraining is about as misused a term as it could possibly get in gym training. What most people say is overtraining is really overreaching. Overreaching is you train really hard, you have a dip in performance, you're not as in good shape or whatever it is, and then as you recover you get better. That's overreaching. There's non-functional overreaching where you push it too far, and then as you recover, because you pushed it so far, you don't recover as well. You just get back to baseline. You don't actually improve. And then overtraining is like fucking real overtraining syndrome. That's the kind of stuff David Goggins got because he's a big, stupid hobbyist doing stupid training that you should not copy. Don't try his challenges. They're fucking nonsense. But overtraining, it's you know, you don't lose fucking your skill set by having a little bit of recovery. Demetrius Johnson is prime. 2 full days off. Beans on toast for dinner, son? Nah, too much salt. I've got to watch my salt. You know, beans on toast would... yeah, that's way too much salt and carbs and fibre. Try switching between data and Wi-Fi. But who's going to carry the boats and logs? Arnold Schwarzenegger in Commando is going to walk down the hill with a log. Do you think you would ban David Goggins in a fight? Obviously. What's your diet training like when you first start camp? So I'm training more out of camp because it's a lighter intensity. You can get more volume and you've got more calories and you can fuck around a bit more, and that's why you're actually developing new stuff. You can't develop it in camp. But as I start camp, it's just a small switch in intensity, and it depends how in shape I feel. If I'm really in good shape and I'm pushing it and I'm getting good sessions in and I'm sharp, I'm not gonna immediately start killing myself and putting in fucking hard fight spars in camp. I'll be grappling hard, but I won't be fucking sparring too hard in camp. It's just a very gradual continuum of going from. I wonder if this makes it. No, now I'm invisible. Of going from long volume, lots of practice to slightly more intense. Whereas Harry's just trained jiu-jitsu at Syndicate MMA. I wonder how he's got on there. And he's having a chicken parmesan now from downstairs. How many average untrained men would it take to beat Ngannou? How big are them? Well, you know what? Who's an untrained man? This is a big difference. Is it Keith Bunkerton, who spends his days in the Cleveland and is rail thin and is 130 pounds? Because he's gonna take like 4 or 5 of them. There's Cameroonians who make Francis Ngannou look like a midget. You know, there's guys in Cameroon, there's guys in these countries that are just physical specimens beyond the realms of Francis Ngannou. We're talking like 300 plus pounds, even bigger, crazier people. You know, these sand miners. Yeah, I was training with Mike Chamo. Cage Warriors, middleweight, all kinds of knockouts, loads of belts in the UK. Sambo champion. I was training with a Cameroonian fella, Mike Chamo, and he was talking about the guys in Cameroon. He's like, there's people who make, in a street fight, would beat Ngannou, and they just make Ngannou look small. There's crazy people in Cameroon. Are you from Cameroon? No, I'm not from Cameroon, but I've trained with Mike Chamo, who's from Cameroon. It would take one Clevo man to flatline Ngannou. Nobody can handle the Clevo. It's brilliant when you get to the gym early, ready to teach a load of people and ready to do a load of training, and there's people just waiting outside, ready to get that first pint of the morning at 9 a.m. Patrick O'Brien would dog. I don't know this O'Brien versus O'Finney. O'Brien versus O'Finney, or Alan Jones O'Finney, whoever. I don't know. Thoughts on Sharj Hack? Could he make it in the UFC? He could pick up some wins in the UFC, 100%. Those last 2 performances have been really good. Really good lead hand, really good jab feint, really good striking on the break. He's a bit small for the weight class, but he uses it well. He's kind of like a prime Frankie Edgar in that respect. How's the weight? Weight's really good. I woke up this morning at 75.6, which is like 166 pounds. 166 pounds would be a nice spot to cut from. But I'm still going to just chicken and salad it. That being said, I had some dark chocolate peanut butter fingers. And a big decaf coffee. Is Abdul Mohammed and Peter coming to Vegas? I want to hear big meat. Unfortunately not, but when they asked me my style on the paper, I did say big meat. How do you get better cardio for sparring or other kind of high intensity training? So, cardio specific. You could have world beating cardio by just doing the specific training. You don't have to ever lace up a running shoe to have world beating fight cardio. You can do it all in the bags, pads, sparring, drills. You can get more than enough from that. You don't have to fucking run a million miles. Although I find some base level sparring, base level fitness, running, especially out of camp, building up that stroke volume. There's a really good clip of Pavel Tsatsouline on the Joe Rogan Experience talking about building up the stroke volume with long duration cardio. Yeah. But yeah, and a big thing about cardio is as well, you do longer outside of camp. Thanks for the rose. Longer outside of camp. And then as you get in towards camp, gets more intense. Especially say you're fighting kickboxing. Kickboxing is short as the fuck. It's 9 minutes. You don't want to get to a end of a kickboxing fight and think, oh, I'm fresh. You want to put it all out there. So, put in the effort. Do 3 threes hard. It was a good bit of Gabriel Varga talking about traveling 7 to 10 hours on a ferry to go and train with Josh Johnsey, and when he'd train with him, his sparring would be 5 3-minute rounds. So he didn't have to go fucking to the death. Needs to be specific to the fight duration. I don't know if that makes it any better. If you get the UFC contract, who would you fight? Anyone, anyone's mother, their dog, but in terms of specific opponents, Garant Katadzalade would be brilliant. Slavoklos would be a nice one. And who else? Will we ever see George Hardwick NPC TikTok lives get that dollar? I don't know if my self-respect would allow that. I'll just thank people for giving stuff about. I don't even know what these coins equivalent to. If I can get enough to put $70 in a slot machine and lose it all, that'd be enough for me. Have you ever been in a street fight? No street fights for me. No street fights for me. Who are you fighting in Dana White's Contender Series? Abdul Karim El Salwadi. How would you do against Bradley Martin? Ooh, so I'm nearly at a £100 deficit here. I'd have to kick his dick. If you win your fight, call out Tony Ferguson, the legend killer. I love Tony Ferguson. And, it's very kicking a man when he's down type thing. That's been screen recorded? What, the fart or the whole thing? Oh, fucking hell, that stinks. Cheers, good luck. Best lightweight in the world? Well, I don't know, I'm still going to go... I still want to say Oliveira or Gaethje. Islam hasn't beaten that many lightweights, whereas Gaethje and Oliveira have been through all the best lightweights. It's a strange thing. Fucking hell, this does stink. How do you think Burrow's going to do this season? They're going to put the ball in the net. Yeah. Anything you missed from home? Having stuff in walking distance? That's why these casinos can charge so fucking much for everything. I'm paying like $20 for a fucking Subway. Because what's the option? What's the alternative? There's nowhere close to walk. There's one little 7-Eleven knockoff called Terribles, where I can get a decaf coffee, but they don't have any food. They just have protein bars and chocolate. Everything's fucking miles away to walk. What's a good trading split for new fighters? Just get in the gym fucking loads. Just do every session, and make sure you're doing MMA sessions where you're tying it all together. How do you think you'd match up against the top 5 lightweights? I'd be able to hit Dustin Poirier in the body, but he'd probably punch me in the face. I'd be able to hit Justin Gaethje in the body, but he might kick me in the face. Yeah. Newcastle or Borough? Fucking Borough, easy. I do like Newcastle though. Should I train in the UK in the future? I live in the US currently. There's lots of places to train in the US. The question is, do you want to live in the UK? Because you'll find brilliant training places either way. But the UK looks like a sinking ship, so you might not want to jump out the US quite yet. US looks like a sinking ship, so you might not want to jump out the US quite yet. US seems more stable than the sinking ship of the UK. Who's stronger, Overeem or Brock Lesnar? Overeem? Not currently though, because he's gone full on vegan. I don't know why I've walked in the bathroom. Yeah, let's flip this. Do you plan on calling anyone out after your win? I'm really hopeful that I'm just staying sound and I can jump back in really quick. And if I could stay in the States, I don't know how that would work with visa. I'd just love to fight again very soon. Tips on fighting a kicker: keep them moving backwards. Coming off the knee feint, boom, boom. You don't have to do loads of that. Foot feints, but don't overextend on the foot feints. They're really good tips for fighting kickers. How would you do versus Finnish or Tsarukian? I don't know who Finnish is. Tsarukian, ooh, I would get squeezed a lot. I think he trains at Syndicate MMA, and I'd want to get some rounds in. That would be very interesting. Hit him more than he hits you. You don't have to, you know. Rob Font hit, not Patrice Vera, Marlon Vera. More than Marlon Vera hit Rob Font, and Rob Font still won. How was the Parmesan?
It was strange. So I'll get a picture of. It came with broccoli and carrot.
What?
Yeah, like.
So the fucking healthy omelette comes with half a kilo of fried fucking potatoes.
Yeah, so look, like there's obviously garlic toast and there's the pasta, but then there's some like raw carrot and raw broccoli. Underneath the cheese, I don't know if you can see this, they had fucking slices of tomato. The chicken, like there was a tinge of pink to it, so if I have the shits tomorrow, I'll blame this. It was nice though. Really nice garlic toast. Like,
So the healthy and fresh egg white omelette comes with muffins and half a kilo of fried potatoes, and then the chicken parmesan comes with broccoli and carrot.
yeah.
They not come with spaghetti.
There was spaghetti there, didn't you see? Like,
Oh,
there was
no,
spaghetti in the sauce there, but like, what? Like, because loads of, and we're the only people who are clearing our plates as well. Like, everyone else is leaving shit. I'm like, it's the most first world shit. Just having this abundance of food that costs loads, and like you just pick at it and then leave half of it. Like, just do fucking cheaper portions that are half the size. That would satiate people instead of these fucking fat whales just fucking grazing on shit and just being like, and then as they fuck.
Wow.
Don't waste
Thanks for
food in front of me.
Thanks for the football, soccer.
Football.
I don't know about this NPC trend. It's a bit of a please give me money type thing. Flip this camera around. Yeah. That's me for a stream. I've been here like, unless Harry's got anything to say. I've been streaming like 30 minutes. Go on, cause some world peace. Make world peace break out with your closing statements. Rev Gear or Hayabusa? Fucking Rev Gear. Where's the light? Look at all this shit. Look at all this shit. I'm gonna show you the good shit. Wow. Thanks for the roses. Binzy. I won't do an NPC trend. If I get anything, I'll just say thank you in an impression of someone's voice. How's about that? Let's still keep some dignity. We got shin pads. We got... Oh. Thank you, TikTok Bender. Thank you, Binzy. We got all these hand pads. We got some little focus mitts. We got the best MMA gloves. The S1s. Where are the S1s at? Look at these motherfuckers. These are the best MMA gloves, the S1s. And you can actually hit something clean and hard with these. Most MMA gloves, you fucking amateur style MMA gloves, you whack them, and your wrist fucking rolls over, and you break your hands and shit. We got this big ass body pad.
Thank you for Alex Wright and Michael Stone from Rev Gear helping sort all this shit out.
We'll use some of these later. Get some pads blast on the go. Oh, how was Syndicate?
It was alright. It was just drilling today. I think like a lot of everyone else was quite beat up from the whole week of hard training, so they just opted to do just drilling this morning. I appreciated that. To be fair, my shin was really bad, but then my shin is a lot better now. So I don't know if just having a lighter move around, doing a bit of drills, really helped with my shin not being fucked up. But like, again, ended up drilling with fucking that Melissa Dixon from Coventry. So come all the way to the United States and then drilling with someone from England.
Yeah, they're all beat up from the week because you fucking beat them all up yesterday. Apart from Alex Perez's calf kick check.
Fuck me up really bad.
Someone asked what platinums have you got. Harry's got a more impressive list of platinums. I've got like Batman Arkham Asylum and Resident Evil 5. That era of gaming. Harry's got fucking all sorts.
Yeah, like in fairness, since getting a girlfriend, I've not platinumed any games. But Devil May Cry 5, Sekiro, my one and only FromSoft game that I've played and stuck with.
I don't even have any platinum trophies on any FromSoft games, and I've tismed the fuck out of them.
Yeah, I've got a fair few of the Resident Evils. I'm trying to think of like proper nerdy platinums I've got. There's obviously Fury's a good one. Like that's not a massive one, but Fury's just a proper solid, nice game. I'll have to go back. You know, when I get home, I'll have a check at what platinums I've got because I've got a fair few proper TISM platinums.
Elden Ring build. Fucking Elden Ring is play it. My build on Elden Ring is play it for 15 hours and then get bored of it because there's too much fucking going around and standing on rocks. I'm not a big fan of Elden Ring.
Don't you want to stand on rocks?
Yeah, no big fan of Elden Ring. It's too... I like the kind of linear, controlled challenges of Sekiro and Bloodborne. When you're back in Whitby, ooh, I do fancy some Whitbying. I have never stayed over in Whitby. No, never. And I'd want to wake up to fish and chips.
Well, there's the traditional pie and mash shop as well. There's like a restaurant that just does pie and mash, and it's proper old school.
Ooh, I'm going to get that. Give us an inspirational quote. How about, if you're going to spend all day staring at a frog... Oh, fuck. If you're going to spend all day staring at a frog, you might as well eat it. But anyway.
Everything always ends.
Like this stream. I need to piss, because I'm waterloaded as fuck. Thank you, everyone.